Всем привет, меня зовут Андрей. Мы продолжаем проходить Disco Elysium. Это... Не знаю, на самом деле, насколько длинная эта игра будет. Но пока мы в самом начале, по сути. Второй день расследования, вторник. Так. Труп нам снял огромный качок-расист. Поэтому мы можем что-то с ним сделать, наверное.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Ну что ж, тело на земле.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
К осмотру?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
А у нас нет специалиста по этой части? Врача какого-нибудь?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From autopsy to cleanup, to social work, everything.
Погоди-ка, почетное звание детектива?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able. Usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
Да, я чувствую себя настоящим детективом.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Во-первых, что такое наружный осмотр?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
У тебя есть еще одна пара перчаток?
Unfortunately, no.
Блин. У меня есть садовые перчатки. Может, они подойдут?
They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things, while you will take notes.
Ой, это хорошо. Вот это надо заполнить, да?
That's right.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Пункт 1. Ассистент.
That's you.
Я не знаю ответа даже на самый первый вопрос.
Just leave it empty, officer.
The corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says...
Погоди, я знаю, меня зовут Дюбуа. Блин, а имя тоже... Этот начальник профсоюза знает это мое имя. Я же его слышал. Он меня... Гарри или как его? Блин. Не Гарри, что-то другое, но он его по имени называл 100 раз. Пункт 2. Регистрационный номер.
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Разве неправильнее будет указать в регистрационном номере мои данные? Технически я прибыл на место преступления раньше тебя.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
Понятия не имею.
I do. KK57-0503-0815.
Да? Почему стало 0503? В чем прикол? Почему он же до этого называл 8 число? Или это типа... Ну, наверное, да, 8 число. Если это Европа. 8 марта, а сейчас 5 марта.
Next.
Пункт 3. Имя.
We've heard the nom de guerre. Lely. It's better than nothing. Write it down. What's next? Date of birth?
4. Дата рождения.
NA.
Пункт 5. Возраст.
Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
Я напишу 42.
He nods.
Пункт 6. Происхождение.
Mondial. Subgroup Occidental. As per your observation.
The pudgy mess looks neither mondial nor occidental. It doesn't even look human. The next line says,
Пункт 7. Пол.
Fucky, fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Записать пошла жара. Записать не заглянешь, не узнаешь. Ну блин, вы чё, это отчет же. Ну, типа там прикол в том, что пол по-английски это типа секс. Поэтому этот Куна угорает, что... Тут, наверное, немножко адаптирована шутка. Потому что там, наверное, не так сказано было. Не так написано. То есть там прикол не в том, что надо ему штаны посмотреть, а в самом двусмыслии слова секс. В общем, записать мужской.
nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Пункт 8. Дата смерти.
We're still going with March 4th, 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Пункт 11. Признаки манипуляции.
None, at least not after the initial examination.
А что подразумевается под манипуляцией?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Да мы ему в живот попали из пистолета. С чем согласен? Согласен, трупные пятна указывают на линчевание.
Then again, the right lividity is easy to produce if you know what you're doing.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Что?
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else.
М? О ком речь?
The building is tall, 7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Это вообще к чему вот это все было?
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Пункт 1. Результаты внешнего осмотра.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
Когда уже я смогу их забрать?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Не упоминать ботинки.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Зачем его трогать? Ну, давай потрогаем, я не знаю. Я, конечно, не хотел бы. Я не хочу его трогать. Записать просто.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation. Ligature mark. Still wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
О да, я готов.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Хорошо, что у нас есть этот болторез.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Да, согласен, я мусорок Куно. Точнее, я мусорок Куно. Я не твой мусорок Куно. Что? Отыскать подходящее место для разреза.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Так, ничего. Лучше не стало. Ладно.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
Ебать копать.
The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Подверни еще.
A really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound.
Хватит, режь.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that faggoty. Corpse fucking time.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour, abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
Now! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Изучить гениталии.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch. You should touch it.
Зачем? Блять, зачем? Серьезно. Ну я не могу отказаться. Это же было бы странно. Я бы просто жалел. Ну не то, что жалел, я бы думал, блин, а что было бы, если бы я потрогал? Потрогать.
Doesn't feel like anything. Just cold flesh under your finger. Unremarkable and unalive.
Ну, естественно, зачем это надо было трогать?
My pig's so fucking ill right now.
Oh, your pig's pretty sick, I gotta say.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are all combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Шрамов очень много. Намного больше, чем у обычного служителя закона.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item. Hands.
Поднять руку мертвеца.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
Что за...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Мы уже встречались, я трогал тебя за гениталии.
That you have, Kobo, that you have. We're real tight that way. In that special way. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
А мы ожидали их найти?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Пункт 2. Результаты осмотра органов.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Если из этой истории можно вынести какую-то мораль...
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral. of his story.
Не выебывайся. Мораль уже просто подумал во всей этой истории. Речь обо всей этой истории, но нет. Мозг очень чувствителен к перебоям кровоснабжения.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Я напишу «нет сведений».
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Заглянем.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like throwing up. Straight in that mouth.
Давай не будем заглядывать глубже.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Почему? Разве мы ничего не можем выяснить?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
Я так не думаю.
Neither am I.
И все?
That's it. Same
Нет
for
сведений.
toxicology and serology. NA.
По обеим?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
Четвертая стена, типа. Сторонник стопроцентного прохождения во мне интересуется. Нельзя ли еще что-нибудь сделать?
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Brimming with cocaine.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list?
Пункт 3. Описание повреждений.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
А для чего четвертое поле?
Nothing. Just in case.
А что по поводу повреждений, которые нанесли мы?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Это была командная работа.
You mean the spin-stabilized munition from a kill A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung? Or the incision on the thorax from a chin cutter? Neither was a team effort, and I wouldn't mention them. Muddies the water.
Согласен, путаницы и так хватает.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Первое, следы укусов.
Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Б не является причиной смерти. Травма нанесена посмертно.
Agreed. Next injury?
Второе, кровоподтеки.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Б не является причиной смерти. Травма нанесена посмертно. Или скинуть все это на него. Ладно, не будем.
Right. Next.
Третье. Странгуляционная борозда.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
В смысле? Почему? Почему не надо торопиться? Это же очевидно, что его повесили. Или что, фишка в том, что его не повесили на самом деле? Б. Не является причиной смерти. Травма нанесена посмертно.
Why do you say that?
Я просто ткнул пальцем в небо.
Did you? I'm not so sure. I thought we could establish the cause of death here, officer. Now I think we should leave it empty.
Согласен.
At least for the time being. If we don't like it, I can always amend this later, in my paperwork. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Во-первых, как все в целом прошло?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening that was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. Then, given the state of decay here, I consider establishing the victim's ethnicity a minor success.
Что еще?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Может, выпьем по этому поводу? Ну, попозже, конечно.
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
Please get yourself together. The lieutenant from Precinct 57 thinks.
И что теперь?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Мертвец, ответь-ка мне на один вопрос.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Блин, ничего нового нет. Достаточно.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Тщательно обыскать труп еще раз.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Ну, блин, что поделать-то? Посмотреть у него под ногтями, как это делал Ким.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Да, тут есть что-то, чего мы не видим.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Ясно. И где нам искать морозильник для тела?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Kuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. And its fridges too, probably.
Сначала я хочу еще раз взглянуть на тело.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Ничего уже нельзя сделать. полно очков навыка. Даже не могу их сосчитать. Сколько их, блин, там. Девять, по-моему. Так. Танцы, ифриты или куна. Нельзя отправлять труп пока до ночи. Потому что надо, чтобы... Мне надо стянуть эти ботинки с него. Или может повар знает. Вы знаете, мне нужен холодильник.
Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Correct him.
Нет.
You're lying. You're not putting a dead body into my fridge.
Почему?
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Let's go talk to the freight clerk.
До свидания. Ну а чего ты ожидал?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
У Фрита есть склад позади танцев в трепье?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Это важно.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
А здесь есть холодильник?
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
Ой, и правда, холодильник. Ничего себе.
Yeah.
Мне нужно оставить там тело на хранение.
You're joking, right?
Нет, не шутка. Мне нужно оставить тело повешенного на хранение в вашем холодильнике.
Okay. It wouldn't even fit, you know.
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storing a corpse.
Жаль, красиво бы вышло.
Yeah, I don't know.
И чё, блин, теперь придется к Куну идти. Быстро у нас все опции закончились.
Kuno care?
Куно, мне нужен холодильник, куда можно убрать тело.
For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
Я так и думал, где же он?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Ну, это бесполезно. Однажды я отблагодарю вас за эту информацию, уважаемый. Но сейчас часики тикают.
Kuno's clock's not doing shit. Kuno's got a fuckload of time.
There's nothing on his wrist.
Don't believe him, Kuno. He just wants to use your fridge.
Блин. Ну, только это мне остается попробовать. Получится, не получится. Но у меня, блин, последнее время что-то не очень везет во время равных шансов.
Kuno's a poor kid from a poor neighborhood. Say your job is on the line. He'll sympathize.
Я уверен, звучит слабенько.
No, it's not weakness. It's sincere. Do not confuse sincerity with weakness. Say it. Trust me.
Окей. Пацан, дело серьезное. На кону моя работа. Если я с этим не разберусь, меня реально могут уволить.
The fuck are you doing right now? The fuck is this shit?
Don't pay attention to him. Just keep telling your sad story.
Куно, я потерял почти все. Память, деньги, даже свое имя. Я не могу потерять еще и работу. Пожалуйста, умоляю, помоги мне.
It's not that dramatic. We can just send the body to processing.
Тихо ты там.
Kuno's never seen anything so lame. Listen, pig, if you were Kuno, the fuck would you care?
Это вообще не работает, ты мне соврал, Златоуст.
You just haven't done it long enough. You need to do it even longer. The golden-mouthed man is a liar. He can't be trusted, sire. He only wants to humiliate you.
Почему мои личности ссорятся между собой?
No, it's the face blob who's trying to humiliate you. Why does he speak like that? Why can't he speak like a normal person?
Дело не во мне, Куно, а в людях, которым я пытаюсь помочь. Меня-то уже не спасти.
Stop shitting yourself in front of the Kuno. Kuno thought you were some kind of big shit. What is this?
Да.
Why don't we go pester some other kids now?
That's actually not such a bad idea. Kids do see stuff.
Ладно, я пойду.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Бесполезно, блин. Унижайся перед ним тут. Смысла никакого. Каких других детей, блин. Тут девка только есть.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
Я просто хотел задать несколько вопросов.
For a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Эй, ты за забором.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Если подойти к ней с той стороны, то она начнет орать. Может, тут какие-то холодильники есть?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Ривашоль Айс Сити.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
О. Идти. И чё? Чё мы делать будем тогда? Поспрашивайте о холодильнике. У кого это, блин? Может, у Джойс, либо у Джойс, либо у председателя профсоюза. Больше даже не знаю, у кого еще.
Trying to sneak up on me again? Trying to snuff me out? Get away, pig!
Почему она стоит за забором?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Это ты спишь в угольном чулане?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Правда? Шахтер?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Ну, это не самое лучшее место, конечно, но сгодится.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
У тебя что, нет нормального дома?
Does anyone in a city like this?
Круто, хочу еще кое о чем спросить.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Ладно, до скорого, Синди. Не знаю, просто думал, может, это к чему-то приведет. Может, расположит ее ко мне.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Спасибо, на этом у меня пока все. С ней нет никаких диалогов. Но если этот квест сохраняется, то у меня есть, значит, его шансы выполнить или нет?
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Пока что у меня все счастливо. Может быть, в ломбарде знает чувак. Я даже не знаю, либо чувак из профсоюза. Или кто это? А, это...
Yes?
Я понял. Ничего.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Кстати, я хотел спросить о своем пропавшем пистолете. Снова.
Sure thing.
К тебе не приходили в поисках пистолета люди из профсоюза Еврораклера?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true, Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Да, но не чтобы помочь мне, чтобы меня использовать еще. Спасибо за напоминание. Сменим тему.
Sure, man.
Возможно, ты поможешь нам в расследовании.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Тебе что-то известно о недавнем повешении?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
Больше у меня
The
ничего нет.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Сейчас у меня есть другие дела. Блин. Про холодильник что же делать-то? Поспрашиваю про холодильник.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Хорошо, поговорили. Блин. Ну, посмотрю. На всякий случай.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Вы назвали меня господин Дюбуа, почему?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities.
Гарри.
You call me Everard,
говорил.
I call you Harry.
Так это и в самом деле мое имя?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
С моей памятью все в порядке, я просто вас проверял.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. with my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Откуда у вас эта папка?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Давайте внесем ясность. Мое полное имя.
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Погодите-ка, я думал, Гарри Дюбуа это вы.
No, I'm really not. You are Harry.
Ладно, в принципе, с этим можно работать.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Вы знаете, где я живу?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
Вы знаете что-нибудь о моей семье? Есть у меня жена или дети, или...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
Думаю, да, мне кажется, я был бы прекрасным отцом.
Well, yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and proud one day, Harry.
И что там сказано о том, какой я коп?
Oh, Harry. You are the most regular, traditional, by-the-book law official imaginable.
Не такой уж я и обычный. Зацените мой галстук.
Now that is funky, Harry. You are a colourful fellow. Not a boring stiff like this deceitful folder here implies.
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Да уж.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Эта папка не из РГМ.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Так, Бюро переписи населения утверждает, что мое имя Гарри Дюбуа.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Ладно, Эверер, мне надо идти, но мы еще поговорим. Так. Просто... когда я заполнял документ, там даже я не мог назвать свое имя, хотя я помню у него из диалога с этим типом. Блин, может быть, этот чувак знает, я уж не знаю.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
У меня к тебе несколько вопросов, если не возражаешь.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Ладно, я пойду. Нет, никаких новых диалогов недоступно. Что делать? У меня нет никаких зацепок. Точнее, я не знаю, что делать с трупом. Я не смогу, видимо, какую-то еще информацию получить, потому что я не могу не смог найти информацию про холодильник. Что мне тогда делать? Можно попробовать поговорить опять с Титом Харди, посмотрим, появились ли какие-то после осмотра тела новые диалоги. Вот. Можно все-таки спросить этого типа антистачника, который на самом деле наемник, про татуировки, но это возможно, что к чему-то приведет вообще нехорошему. Может быть, поваром? Ну, вряд ли, конечно. Тут есть холодильник.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Мне нужен холодильник, сохранить тело.
The man keeps shaking his head. His eyes seem sad. Then he starts swiping crumbs off the countertop.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to make ourselves clear.
Стой, на каком языке он говорит?
He's from Grad, a Koiko.
With the mention of the word Koiko, the cook starts talking excessively, his hands up in the air again.
Так. Мне нужно убрать в этот холодильник труп.
Oh, no. What do you know, fridge? Fridge more.
А ты откуда знаешь? Может, это маленькое тело?
No. I know.
Okay, we have our answer. It won't fit. We need a bigger fridge.
Италия.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Хочу снова поговорить о повешении.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
good one, Titus.
Ладно, вопросов больше нет.
About fucking time.
Пойду. У меня в номере нет холодильника, ну, вряд ли.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. As you hold the metal, you sense the warmth left there by her hand.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
И пока что все.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Алло, вы меня слышите?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Да, я хочу подать заявку.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Простите?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. She must be mistaking you for someone else. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Да, это я. Я снова здесь, вползаю на коленях в твою жизнь.
Michelle, just please.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building, a cold memory hangs.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Конечно, мне не все равно. Просто у меня были непростые времена.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Забыть о чем?
She sounds like she's about to cry. The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor.
Боже, прошу вас, не плачьте.
She doesn't answer.
Она там что, сейчас самовыпилится? Эй, вы там?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
Бляха. Бляха. И кинул трубку. Что это было?
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Ну что ж, ладно, до свидания.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Откройте, это полиция.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and... Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Позвоню ей еще раз.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Здравствуйте, это снова я. Хочу поговорить с вами.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Пожалуйста, не вешайте трубку. Я просто хотел объясниться.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Подождите, почему вы повторяете эти слова?
Michelle, just please. Why did you really call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Неважно, что я скажу, вы все равно будете повторять одно и то же, да?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Все? Теперь мы можем поговорить?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been as if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
Вы всего лишь запись.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Всего лишь запись, а я-то думал.
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going. The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Вы меня слышите?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So, it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Что, зацикленная в схемах запись?
I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
Со мной только что произошло нечто странное.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
Ладно. Ладно, сегодня мы закончим. Ну, мы немножко продвинулись вперед, правда. Сейчас я немножко в тупике. Потому что я не могу ничего сделать с телом. Мне придется, наверное, его оставить до утра, чтобы я мог ночью украсть ботинки. Вот. А до тех пор... Ну, в 9 там еще можно будет зайти к чуваку, который нам с балкона там с нами говорил. Вот. А до тех пор, по сути дела, делать нечего. Я не знаю, как... Здесь можно перематывать время? То есть, что мы можем сделать? Как бы, непонятно. Небольшой тупик, но он, конечно, разрулится со временем, потому что тут есть такие моменты, когда вот завтра откроется новая зона, там можно будет что-то еще, новые квесты попродвигать, в общем, продвинуться в определенных квестах, вот в этом, вот в этом вот. Вот это тоже на следующий день перезвоните. Ну, до тех пор даже не знаю пока, что делать, потому что вот, блин, с холодильника я не узнал, где мне найти холодильник. Ну ладно, так или иначе, окей. На сегодня заканчиваем. Продолжим завтра. Я думаю, так или иначе мы разрулим это дело. Просто, возможно, не идеально. Вот так много квестов уже выполнили. Уже достаточно много, да, всего выполняли. Но это дело еще далеко не распутано. Его, скорее всего, не повесили. Может, отравили. Ладно. Пишите советы, комменты, замечания и все что угодно в комментарии, кроме спама. Увидимся, надеюсь, завтра. Надеюсь, завтра, а может, послезавтра. Так или иначе, на сегодня это все. Пока.